North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has delayed a decision on firing missiles towards Guam while he waits to see what the United States does next, the North state media said. In his first public appearance in about 2 weeks, Kim Jong-un inspected the command of the North's army, examining a plan to land 4 missiles near the U.S. Pacific territory of Guam, the official KCNA, Korean Central News Agency, said in a report. In this video, Defense Updates breaks down the statement and analyzes why Kim Jong-un appeared to be backing off. Let's get started.
Number 5.
The nuke-wielding despot said he would continue to watch the foolish and stupid conduct of the Yankees before deciding to order the missile strike, as per Korean Central News Agency. Kim said the Hermit Kingdom will attack the U.S. territory if the Yankees persist in their extremely dangerous, reckless actions on the Korean Peninsula and its vicinity. He added that the United States should think reasonably and judge properly to avoid shame, the propaganda-spouting news agency said. 2 important observations can be made for that remark. 1. Kim is trying to push the ball to American court instead of driving the situation, which is unlike him. He's generally been the one to up the ante. 2. The statement has the word watch, so essentially he is waiting. In a volatile situation like this, waiting basically means he's buying time for things to cool down. Let's now understand the factors which has resulted in this.
Number 4.
The seemingly backing off has come after 2 very aggressive statements from the American side. 1. Pyongyang's plans to fire missiles near Guam prompted a surge in tensions in the region last week, with U.S. President Donald Trump saying the U.S. military was locked and loaded if North Korea acted unwisely. This was a direct reference that the U.S. will go all out against it if Guam is attacked. 2. Speaking at the Pentagon, U.S. Secretary of Defense James Mattis said if North Korea fires at the U.S., it could escalate to war. He also said that if the North does pursue a military action, it's game on, adding, "We'll take it out," suggesting that the U.S. would attempt to shoot down any missiles aimed at either Guam or the U.S. mainland. Mattis told reporters, "You don't shoot at people in this world unless you want to bear the consequences." The strong words have played their part in clearly stating the U.S. position on retaliation and have an effect on Kim Jong-un, but there's another reason too. Let's check it out.
Number 3.
North Korea is cut off from the world and basically has almost no allies except China. China has traditionally been North Korea's closest ally, but has condemned the latest ICBM test as unacceptable. North Korea has historically enjoyed strong links with China, its neighbors to the north and west. China supported North Korea in the Korean Wars. But since Kim took power in 2011, the relationship has cooled. Beijing has repeatedly asked Pyongyang to cease its nuclear tests and ballistic missile launches in vain. China's support to North Korea has 2 main reasons. 1. As much as China disapproves of North Korea's nuclear program, it fears even more the end of Mr. Kim's regime, a unified Korea with American troops on its border. North Korea with Kim as a leader is a buffer for China. 2. A humanitarian crisis with a flood of refugees from the north into China. China has a fair share of internal problems, and a refugee crisis from an external source will be very destabilizing.
Number 2.
In an unprecedented move against North Korea, China issued an order to carry out the United Nations sanctions imposed on the rogue regime earlier this month. China made the announcement amid not only Pyongyang's escalating war of words with the United States regarding the North Korean missile program, but also as President Trump was reportedly set to order an investigation into China's trade practice. This probe could lead the U.S. to levy its own sanctions on Beijing and is one of the leverage that President Trump is using to pressure China to act against North Korea.
Number 1.
3 successive U.S. presidents before Trump, Clinton, Bush, and Obama, have tried to help China put pressure on North Korea, but have failed. But Trump's aggressive policy may be working. President Trump on Monday signed a memorandum that could lead to a trade investigation of alleged Chinese theft of intellectual property. The measure directs U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer to look into options to protect U.S. intellectual property. It does not take any specific action against China at this point. We will safeguard the copyrights, patents, trademarks, trade secrets, and other intellectual property that is so vital to our security and to our prosperity, Trump said. He added, "This is just the beginning." The Trump administration wants to look into practices forcing American companies to share intellectual property in order to access the Chinese market. Washington says the tactic can hurt economic growth and national security. The U.S. could potentially take action independently or with the World Trade Organization. Section 103 of the Trade Act of 1974, a popular trade tool in the 1980s that has rarely been used in the past decade, allows the president to unilaterally impose tariffs or other trade restrictions to protect the U.S. industries from unfair trade practices of foreign countries. China's trade practice has been unethical to say the least, and an investigation could lead to massive problems for them. This pressure on China seems to have made it to carry out the United Nations sanctions on North Korea. China is already embroiled in dispute over the South China Sea with several countries as well as the Doklam Plateau with India. It has its hands full, and at this point, North Korean leaders and strategists may have understood it that China won't be backing them. Summarizing, we can say that Kim Jong-un appears to be clamping down because of a strong message from America, and China, its sole ally, is backing off from supporting him. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.